Good evening, everyone. I invite Gurvinder sir to conduct the session.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Right. So, okay, great. We'll start. So, before starting, I would just want to share one small, like before solving the questions, I would just want to ask you a few basic concepts. If I ever give you something like this, okay, or in other words, something even more tough, how would you approach this question? Can anyone tell me? How would you approach these two questions? Or I have one more. Anyone can tell me? We have done such questions previous class, right?
This is
In previous class.
N+1 also.
Sorry?
Sir, expand. N+1.
Okay, correct, correct. Absolutely correct.
We should.
You will be expanding here and then checking what is the coefficient of I cube, what is the coefficient of I square, what is the coefficient of I, right? That is how you will do. That is how you can do that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically, like if I give something like this to you, I give you n+1 minus I square, right? N+1 minus I whole square into I. So you will try to open this up. So you can just write it like n+1 whole square plus I square minus 2n+1 into I, right? A plus B whole square, A minus B whole square, right? Right,
Yes,
everyone?
sir. Yes,
So
sir.
then you will try to like combine it. So I cube plus minus 2n+1 into I square plus n+1 square into I. This is what you will do, correct, everyone? And then try to
Yes,
add
sir.
up in the individual terms.
Yes.
Okay. The same thing you will be doing here using a minus b whole cube. The same thing over here, a minus b whole cube. Correct, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So everyone agrees. Okay. So just in order to shorten your time, see, you can just see here the questions like it will go really long in terms of calculations, right? When I give you any question to solve in such a case, it will get really long. The method is not wrong. The method is absolutely correct. But the issue is that the calculations will be very wrong, very long, right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So for that, I just have a very small trick to share with you today. So that trick basically says if I have sigma, I is going from some limit L1 to some limit L2, and inside we have a function f of I. So this can also be written as sigma I is going from L1 to L2 f of L1 plus L2 minus I. Fine, everyone? Understood the trick? The trick I am trying to say? What are we trying to say? Okay, no issues if you haven't understood. So see, what is happening is, for example, inside the sigma, I have a function f of I. So wherever you see I, replace I with L1 plus L2 minus I. Fine, you can do this. Everyone can do this. Great. So we'll just look into this question over here. So can you tell me what is the value of L1 and L2? Value of L1 and L2 over here in this second question.
2n.
What is L1 and L2?
1 and n, sir.
Sir, L1 is 1.
Correct. L2 is
L2
n.
is N.
Is n.
Correct. So what will be L1 plus L2 minus I? What will it be?
1
It will be n plus 1 minus I.
minus.
Correct?
Yes,
n plus 1 minus I. So I am asking you to replace I with n plus 1 minus I. Can we do this? Okay, so I'll just do it for you. So sigma I is equal to 1 to n. So we have n plus 1 minus. Now I'm asking you that instead of I, put this value. N plus 1 minus I. What does it become, everyone? What does this thing become? What does this bracket become?
Sir,
Anyone? What?
A minus
It-
b whole.
sir, I cube, sir. I cube.
I cube, correct. Absolutely correct. It is I cube. Arey, why, Vignesh, why do you need to do A minus B whole cube? Why should we do that? The cube is on the whole bracket, not on individual bracket, na?
Yes.
Got it, Vignesh? I guess you were the one, right?
Sir,
Yeah. Tell me.
sir, I couldn't hear you.
No, I am asking you that why do we need to cube it?
पिन भी ला कर
We don't need to cube it, right? We don't need to expand it now. Fine. Okay. So similarly, could we approach this right question? What is the value of L1?
40, sir.
40.
L1 is 40. What is the value of L2?
Okay, sir.
What is the value of L2?
110.
So what will be L1 plus L2 minus I? It will be
40.
150 minus I,
Yes, sir.
right? 150 minus I, correct?
1
So I am asking
minus.
correct. 150 minus, tell me.
150 minus
150 minus I whole cube.
150.
Yes.
No. It will be 150 minus 150 minus I whole cube, correct? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
So what does this do? It basically makes sigma I cube I from 40 to 110. Correct? So see, you can just clearly see your questions have been a lot more easier now. Instead of opening
Yes,
it,
sir.
expanding it, and going the whole way long, if I just make this very small substitution, what is the substitution that I am making? The substitution is that instead of f of I, you are putting f of L1 plus L2 minus I. Okay. So wherever you see I, you replace it with L1 plus L2 minus I. Okay. Fine, everyone.
Yes,
Understood
sir.
this small trick? So, okay, if you have understood this, help me apply it to the first question also now. Fast. First question also, I want you to apply it. How would you do it?
I square, sir.
It will be I square. Are you sure?
I square into I.
Okay. No. Anyone else? See, I gave you sigma n plus 1 minus I.
Sir, I cube, sir. Same.
No, wait.
I cube.
No, it will not be I cube. No, it will not be I cube. How will it be I cube? Into I. Okay. So this is my f of I. I is starting from 1 to n. Correct, everyone?
N plus 1
So,
into.
so basically, in place of I, you need to substitute n plus 1 minus I. Correct?
Yes, sir.
This is what you need to do. So tell me, how would you do it? So I is equal to 1 to n. You have n plus 1 minus I whole square
Yes.
into. We have an I outside also. So you need to substitute that also.
Sir, is it I
You would
square
need
into
to.
Yes,
What
sir.
is it? I square into
1 plus n minus I?
Correct. N plus 1 minus I. Correct. Absolutely. Now it is correct. So if you can see clearly, it is N plus 1 times sigma of I square minus sigma of I cube. So it has become a lot more easier. Instead of opening the brackets and then solving each individual term and getting the answer, now you have just this thing. So you can easily do it. Right? Everyone has understood?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay.
Excuse me,
Okay,
sir.
great. So this was, yeah. Uh, ask your
I
doubt.
don't take whole square, sir, for I.
Sorry, can you repeat?
I mean n plus 1 minus I whole square. Why don't you take, sir?
Uh, See, because n plus 1 minus I whole square multiplied by I is the question, right? So, if
Yes,
you
sir.
approached it in the normal method, what would you do? You would try to open this bracket up, okay? You would try to open n plus 1 minus I whole square using a minus b whole square. And then after opening up, you get three terms. One with I cube, one with I square, and one with I. And then you try to add up these three terms individually. So it goes really long. So instead of that, I just have a very small trick that when you apply this formula, it directly becomes n plus 1 into sigma I square minus sigma I cube. Fine? This is why we are doing it this way. It like because it eases the calculation. It is a small trick that can help you ease the calculation. Okay, so everyone, can you help me solve this question? How do we do this one? This sigma I cube, I is going from 40 to 110. How do we do this?
Sum of cube.
Correct, sum of cubes, like, but how do you solve it? So basically, I am trying to ask you 40 cube plus 41 cube plus so on up to 110 cube. How do you solve this? I am just revising the previous class.
Sum
N
of
square into
cubes
n
of
plus
1 to
1.
39 minus.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct.
sir. 39.
Yes,
This
sir.
thing, right? So you can take
Yes,
the
sir.
sum of first 110 and then subtract 39. Correct, everyone? This is how you do.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Great, great. So our revision is complete. Now we'll be starting with today's session. So today's session is a bit of problem solving session. So I hope you are revised with your previous class also. Okay. So can you help me solve this first one? So in the first one, in the numerator, we have 1 into 2 square plus 2 into 3 square, so on up to. So my numerator is basically 1 into 2 square plus 2 into 3 square plus so on 100 into 101 square. So what is the ith term? Anyone? Ith term?
I in plus
I
1
into I
whole
I
plus
in
square.
1 whole square.
I plus 1 whole square, correct. And same about the denominator. My denominator is 1 square into 2 plus 2 square into 3 plus so on 100 square into 101. So what is my ith term of the
I
denominator?
square
I square into I plus 1.
I square into I
Correct.
plus 1.
I plus 1. So can you take the individual sums of like the sums of numerator and denominator? Can you do it? Can you take can you find out the total numerator and the total denominator? Can you find it? You just need to add it, right? So you just need to find sigma of I into I plus 1 whole square. And in the denominator, you need to find sigma of I square into I plus 1. And can you tell me what will be the limits of I? I will go from what value? What value to what value? Anyone?
1 to
1 to
100, sir.
100. 1 to
Hmm.
100.
In both numerator and denominator?
Yes, sir.
1 to 1.
Okay.
I
Correct,
to
correct. Correct,
Yes, sir.
correct, absolutely correct. So can you do this one? Will you be able to do the calculation parts now? So how do we find the final value? Once you have got, is everyone understanding? Why are you not replying? Okay, so can anyone tell me? Navneet, Ashrita, Sravani, Bhavna, Vignesh. understood this question? What we are doing here? We are trying to find the value of
Yes,
this thing.
sir.
Okay. So I have the numerator is a sequence, the denominator is a sequence. Both of these are different sequences. Okay. So what I'm trying to do here is I am trying to find out the sums of individual sequences, and then I will just divide both of these. Is it fine, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So you can do it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let us see. Let us see if you can do it. So tell me, I have in the numerator I have I into I plus 1 whole square. How do you find I into I plus 1 whole square? Like how do you find its summation? How do you take its summation? I into I plus 1 whole square. What do you do? Anyone can tell me?
Answer A1. Yes, sir.
Arey,
305
Sir,
by
by
should take-
expanding, sir. By
correct.
expand-
Expanding. You would need to expand. There is no other option. Correct. So tell me, how do you expand this thing? I into I plus 1 whole square. What do? You open A plus B whole square, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So it will, so my final thing will become I cube plus, what will it become? Tell me. So it is I square plus 1,
I square
right?
plus
1 plus 2i, right?
Yes, sir.
So plus 2i square plus I, right?
Plus I.
This is what it will become. So can you take the sum of this thing now? Is it possible
Yes,
to take
sir.
sum of this? How do you take? Tell me. Tell me, how do you take?
I once.
Sigma.
Okay, right, sir. Yeah, sir.
Sigma
Sigma I
cube
cube plus 2 times
plus
sigma I
2
square
into
plus sigma
sigma
I.
I square plus sigma I. Yes, sir.
Correct. You can do it. So now, okay. And what about the denominator? Your denominator is basically sigma of sigma I cube plus I square. Correct?
Yes,
Correct,
sir.
everyone? Okay.
Sir.
I is going from 1 to 100. So you can find both the numerators and denominators and then just divide both of these values. Right? Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Explain last step
Sorry?
from
Last?
sigma. Last step. Step 1.
Like I have got the sigma. I am just opening this bracket up to separate cube term
Okay.
and square term. Nothing else. Vignesh, will you be able to do it?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Navneet, answer क्या बोल रहा? First option. ठीक है, चलो कर लोगे तो ठीक है. Okay, what about this one? ये करते हैं पहले. What about this one? Have we done this before? We have done this before, right? So it will be revised to you. Tell me. So see, it is 1 plus 1 cube plus 2 cube by 1 plus 2 plus 1 cube plus 2 cube. Okay, so just treat this thing as differently and this thing as differently. Right, everyone?
Yes,
So
sir.
the second part is really easy. So first tell me the answer of the second part. It is minus half of 1 plus 2 plus
Sum
3
of-
so on till 15. What is this?
Sum of natural numbers up to
Correct. So minus half into, so what will it be? N into n plus 1 by 2, right?
15 into
15
16 by 2.
Correct. So what will it be? It will be minus of minus 60, right? Minus 60.
Yes, sir.
What about the first part? The first part is most crucial. First part is important. The दूसरे में तो कुछ था ही नहीं. First part का बताओ यार. कौन बताएगा
Sir.
first part?
1 plus sum of cube.
Correct. So basically, if I'm pulling out my ith term, it's basically equal to 1 cube plus 2 cube, so on up to I cube in the numerator. And then in the
Yes,
denominator, we have 1 plus 2, so on till I. We have done this, right? We have done this.
Yes, sir.
We have done this in the previous. I hope you remember.
N square into
Not. Acha, we have.
I
Okay, great.
I square
हाँ.
into I plus 1 whole square by 4.
Correct. Divided by I into I
Divided
plus
by
1 by 2.
I into I plus 1 by 2.
So it is basically I into I plus 1 by 2 only. Correct?
Yes, sir.
This is what it becomes. So can we take the sum of this thing?
Yes.
Can we take
Yes,
the
sir.
sum? Sigma of I into I plus 1 by 2. And tell me what is my range of I? I will go from what value to what value?
1 to 15.
1 to 15. Correct. Absolutely. Correct. So can we do this? चलो अभी कर लेते हैं फिर. So it is basically half of sigma I square plus sigma I. Right?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. So चलो बताओ फिर कैसे? How do we do it? So it's half into. Tell me what is the sigma I square?
15.
What is the formula? Huh? What is the
2.
formula for sigma I square?
N
What is the
into N.
formula for?
N into
2n plus
N plus 1 into 2N plus 1 by 6.
Correct. So instead of n, I will put 15, right? So it is 15
Yes, sir.
into 16 into
Into
31
yes, sir.
whole divided by
By
6
6.
plus what will this thing be?
15 into
Sigma
16
I.
by 2.
15.
Correct. 15 into 16 by 2. So it will basically be, can you evaluate this? Can we evaluate this, everyone? So 15 into 8 into 31 by 6 plus this thing is 60, right? So what is this thing? Anyone? So by 2 by 2. So it is 620, right? This thing is 620
Yes, sir. 6.
plus
620.
60, right? Okay. So the first term
So plus
is
20 now.
basically 620 plus 60. What?
So 120 now, sir. 620 plus
120.
16 by 2, 1.
No, it should be 60, right? Because there is a
120.
half in the front also. So this half will also come over here. Distributive property. Right?
Yes, sir.
This half will also come, na? The half is outside the bracket.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So my final answer will be 620, right? 620 is my final answer. Okay, everyone? Everyone?
Sir, 620 plus 16.
What?
You said 620 plus 60.
और ये जो पीछे minus 60 है, what about this? What about the minus 60 that we have in the second term?
Yes, sir.
So it will be 620. The final answer will be 620 only because we have a minus 60 in the last also, no? We need to subtract that also. This second term also we have over here, right? Okay. Okay. What about this one? This one is little bit tough. So in the numerator, see, it is 357, something like 357. Okay. 357. So how do we write this term in terms of I? 357. I want to write its ith term. What will be its ith term? Can anyone tell me? Ith term of this series. What is this series, first of all?
Odd numbers.
Odd numbers.
Arey, हाँ, मतलब it is odd numbers, but it is an AP, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the ith term of an AP? What is the ith term of an AP? Anyone? अरे nth term AP भूल गए क्या?
A plus
हैं?
I.
A plus
A
minus
plus ID. A plus ID.
ID. A minus ID.
A plus I minus 1 into D, right? Getting confused. What is the nth term of an AP? No one knows. Nth term of AP.
N plus 1 by 2.
A plus n minus 1 into d.
यार सच में इतना टाइम लगाओगे. You don't know the nth term of an AP. AP is the literally first thing that we do in 10th also. Okay, correct. And what is the value of A and D? What is A and D over here?
A is 3, sir.
A
D
is
is
3, sir. T is
And
2.
3. Okay, correct. So it will be 2n plus 1. Correct? My nth term will be 2n plus 1. Okay. Because A is 3 and D is 2. So you can just do the calculation. So now talking about this ith term. So if I in general I pull out any ith term, so it will be equal to 2i plus 1 multiplied by 1 cube plus 2 cube so on up to I cube
Up to
divided
I
by
cube.
1 square, 2 square, so on up to I square.
Right?
Right?
Okay. Sir.
Yes, sir.
So tell me the formula. What is the formula for sum till I cube? What is the formula till I cube?
I square into I plus 1 whole square
I
plus 6.
square
4.
by 4.
By 4.
4, sir.
And what is the formula of this thing?
I into
Squares, sum of squares.
I plus
I
1
into I plus
into
1.
y plus 1 by 6.
into 2i plus
Correct.
1 by 6.
Correct. So this 2i plus 1 and 2i plus 1 will get cancelled. Right?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
this
sir.
6 by 4 will become 3 by 2. So it will be 3 by 2 I into I plus 1. This will be my
Yes,
ith
sir.
term. Correct? So I basically need to just add, take sigma of this thing. Can I take sigma of this thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will take
by
sigma.
2.
And what will be my limit? I will go from what value to what value?
1 to
Hmm?
1
to
to
10.
10.
10. Absolutely. 1 to 10. सही तो है. 1 to 10 is correct. So you can do it.
Yes, sir.
You can do, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So like the only issue was that here a term was getting multiplied in front of it. Okay, 3, 5, 7, like that a term was coming before this thing. So in the previous question we just had this thing. Okay, 1 square plus sum of cubes by sum of squares. This is what we had in the previous question. But in this question, along with that, we had a term getting multiplied in front also. So we needed to consider that term also. So in order to consider that term, we wanted to know what is the ith term of that series. So it was an AP and we needed to find out the nth term of that AP also. Okay, so moving to this question. It is 1 into 1 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 5 plus 4 into 7, so on. How would we do this? Okay, so for, actually the question is made to confuse you. So the one plus given, it is given something like this. So the first one is just given to confuse you. Start from the second term. Tell me, 2 into 3 plus 3 into 5 plus 4 into 7. How do you do this? What is the ith term of this series? Tell me. 2 into 3 plus 3 into 5 plus 4 into 7. What is the ith term of this series? I have a series, okay?
N into n plus 1. I into I plus 1.
Plus 1 into I plus 2. Sir?
2 into 3 plus 3 into 5 plus 4 of the series. Anyone? When? So what
I
will be the
plus
next
1
term?
into I
Vignesh,
plus 2.
what will be the next term?
Next term,
Are you
sir.
sure? The next, I'm asking the immediately next term. 4 into 7 plus, what will be the next term, not the ith term?
Okay, sir. 5 into 9.
5
sir.
into 9.
5 into
Correct. The next term, 6 into
6 into
6
11.
into
correct. So now think. What will be the ith term? So basically, two terms are getting multiplied. The first term is very easy to think. The first term is I plus 1, right?
Yeah, sir.
What about the second term?
I plus 2.
I plus
No,
2.
no,
I
no,
plus
sir.
2.
Yes, sir.
I plus
So
2.
2i plus 1.
Correct. It is 2i plus 1, na? It is having a
Yes.
common difference of 2, right? It is having a common difference of 2. Okay, great. 2i plus 1, correct. So now can we take the sum of this thing? AI. Can we take sum of AI? Sigma AI.
Yes.
Tell me, how do we do it? Sigma of, so we need to open this bracket. So it is 2i square plus 3i plus 1, right?
Yes,
Right?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so there is something confusing in the limits. Just pay attention to that. What will be the limits?
Limit is 1.
Okay, I will start from 1 and
1
it will
to
go
10.
till.
1 to 10.
Correct. Absolutely correct. Why it is from 1 to 10 and not from 1 to 11? It is telling me
Because we are
11th term, but the
including the
first
1.
term is 1. Correct. First term is 1, so I will ignore that term,
1.
right?
Yes,
So
sir.
1 to
it
10.
will go from 1 to 10. And what will be my final answer? The answer that I need to give.
Thank you.
9
My
1 5,
final
sir.
answer. Nani, I am asking what will be the final answer that I need to give.
Yes.
Answer will be this sigma plus 1, right?
Yeah, sir.
Because we have a 1 in the starting and it is asking me the whole. So my final answer will be plus 1. So Navneet, I guess it will not be 915. It will be 916 or right. See, the options are also given very tricky that you just do one mistake and you can land at the wrong answer. See, 945 and 946 both are in the options. Same 915 and 916 both are in the options. So if you calculate this answer as, let me say, 915 and you mark 915, it will be wrong because the final answer is 916, not 915, right?
Okay.
Like I'm just giving you an example. I have not summed up this thing yet. You can do it on your own. It will be a homework for you also. Fine. You know, right, how to do this, how to take sum of this. Is there anyone who doesn't know how to take summation of this thing? Sigma 2i square plus 3i plus 1. Is there anyone? Vignesh, Bhavna, Gayatri, Ashrita.
Yeah, sir, we know.
Okay, you know, right? So you can do it on your own. You can do the calculation part on your own at least, right? I
Yes,
don't need
sir.
to do that.
Yeah, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. I just want you that you do the calculation on your own. I can just discuss the logic with you. So once you have understood the logic, I want you to do. I want you to do the front part. Okay. Okay. So till now, the questions that we have done, I have just discussed about the logic, that how to solve the question. The front calculations, you need to do it yourself. Okay. So discussing about this one. Discussing about this one. So as you can clearly see, there is a number coming in the denominator, 7, 9, 11, like that. Can you guess the number? In the third term, the number coming is 7. In the fourth term, it is 9. In the fifth term, it is 11. So in the ith term, what will be the number? What will it be? Anyone? First of all, let us discuss the number in the denominator.
Odd numbers.
Correct. Odd number, it is correct. But I am asking you to find the ith number. What do you do? How do you find the ith
Sir,
number?
I minus 3.
I minus 3. No. So I minus 3. No. Vignesh.
Yeah, sir.
Tell. See, you can see the series here, right? You can see the series. So okay, I will just
Sir, I
explain this
minus
series to you.
7.
No. How it can be I minus 7? When I is 3, so your I minus 7 will be minus 4. Okay, no issues. So see, it is basically saying
Minus 2.
no issues. So see, it is something like 3 into 1 square by 3 plus 6 into 1 square plus 2 square by 6. Okay, just a second. By 5 plus 9 into 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square by, what is this? 7, right?
7.
Plus 12 into 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square divided by 9. Okay, so now you can think of the series. So now tell me, if I am pulling out the ith term of this series, so we have total 3 terms, okay? We have total 3 brackets. One is this thing, 3, 6, 9, 12. The other is 1 square plus 2 square up to I square, right? So one bracket is easily done,
Sum of squares.
right? So these two we need to sort it out. So the first is 3, 6, 9, 12. So how do you, like, I have a series 3, 6, 9, 12. So what will be the ith term of this series? Anyone? Ith term of this series?
I plus 3.
I plus 3. No. What will it be?
Sir,
I minus 3. I
I
plus 2.
minus 3. No. No.
I plus 2, sir.
I plus 2. No. How will it be I plus 2? When you have I is equal to
So it is
1, you have
3i.
3.
So it is
3i,
3.
correct. 3i, correct.
Yes, sir, 3.
3i. It will be 3i, na? So this first term is 3i.
how, sir?
Array, see, it is 3, 6, 9, 12, like that. So when
Yes,
I
sir.
is 1, it is 3. When I is 2, it is 6. When I is 3, it is 9. When I is 4, it is 12. So it will be 3i,
Yes,
right?
sir.
That is the point. You need to think. You need to think. Okay. So what about the denominator? Can you guys see the denominator? The denominator is 3, 5, 7, 9, so on. So what will be the ith term of this series? How can we calculate
I
the
plus
ith
2.
term of this?
2,
It
sir.
will
I
be
2i plus 1.
2i plus 1, correct. How did you do it? How did you do that?
Huh?
How did you do that? I'm asking you how.
It means from starting 1. I mean
1.
2i plus 2 into 1 plus 1, 3. And after that,
Correct.
2. 2
See,
to
everyone who doesn't remember. Okay, so I'll just make, yeah, even though I had taught AP, but still you are making the same errors. Okay. So see, whenever you see an AP, so I had taught this thing while teaching AP also. If you have an AP, I give any AP to you, 3, 5, 7, 9, something like this, and you want to write its ith term. So what you do? What you do? You directly take the common difference of this AP. What is the common difference of this AP?
2, sir.
2, sir.
Common difference is 2, right? So you write it as, okay, so instead of writing it as AI, I will write it as AN for make it. So whenever you want to write the nth term of an AP, what do? You take this 2, you write it as 2 into n plus, and then the constant that you are getting over here, the constant you can adjust by checking out the values, any value. So for example, let me take it to be some value x. So now I am putting n as 1. So a1 is equal to 2 into 1 plus x. And what is the value of a1? It is 3. So my x will be 1. That is how you get the value. So it will be 2n plus 1. So you directly take the common difference. You directly take the common difference, multiply it with n or the ith term, and then plus whatever constant you get. How do you get the constant? You just put the value of n as 1 and check the first term. For example, I give you an AP 3, 6, 9, 12, something like this. I'm asking you to find the nth term of this AP. What is the common difference of this AP? Common difference.
3.
3,
Hmm.
sir.
3, sir.
So it will be 3n plus some constant x. How do you find this x? You can just put n as 1. So a1 is equal to 3 into 1 plus x. And its value is 3. So x will be 0. That is how
0.
you get 3n. So your an will be, your nth term will be 3n. Okay. This is how you do in case of any AP. Okay, so let us move to this case. I am asking you to find the nth term. So what is the common difference of this AP?
2.
2. So it will be 2n plus some constant c. Okay.
Yes.
Can you tell me c, value of c fast?
Minus 1.
What will be the value of c? Minus 1. Correct. So it is 2n minus 1. Correct. You can just check out the first value, putting n as 1. And that is how you can get literally any AP. I had taught this while doing AP also. This is a very small trick. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I hope from now, like whenever you see an AP, just apply this method in your brain fast. Okay, so we have 3579. 3579. How do you do it? 3579. What is the nth term of this AP?
2n plus 1.
2i, correct. 2n plus 1. So it will be, the ith term will be 2i plus 1. Okay.
Yes.
Correct. It is correct. 2i plus 1. Okay. So chalo karte hain fir iska. So it is 3i into, now 1 square plus 2 square till I square. What is the formula? 1 square plus 2 square till I square. What is the sum till I square?
I into I plus 1 into 2 and plus 1 by 6.
This thing, right?
Yes,
So it is
Yes,
half
sir.
into I cube plus I square. Okay. Okay. So you can add it. Can you take the sum of this thing? Half into I cube plus I square.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can take sigma of AI. Just tell me the limits. I will go from what value to what value?
1 to 15, sir.
1 to 15, correct. Please do the calculations, okay? Don't miss out. Okay. Now discussing about this one. Can you help me form its ith term fast, anyone? We have done this question in the previous class also.
n plus 1 by
No. Ith term. I'm asking you the ith term. So in the numerator, Vignesh, can you tell me?
1 plus 2 plus
Gayatri.
2 till I.
Correct. This is the numerator. What about the denominator?
By
1
1
1
cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube till I cube.
cube.
Correct.
N
Correct.
cube.
And what is this thing equal to? What is this thing equal to?
sum of natural numbers by sum
Sum of
Correct.
natural numbers.
I am asking you the final value. Fast. Final value.
I into
I into I plus 1 by 2 divided by I square
divided
into
by I square into I plus 1 whole square by 4.
by 4. So the final value will be this. The final value will be this. Okay.
Yeah, sir.
This will be
Okay,
the
sir.
final value. Okay. So now tell me, how do you take summation of this thing? How do you find the sum of this series?
1 by
Huh?
sigma. 1 by 2 sigma.
अच्छा सिग्मा चलो करो 1 by 2 sigma. हाँ बोलो. Tell. Anyone remembers anything after seeing this series?
The
2
I
by I
plus
into
1
I plus 1.
minus I plus 1 minus I.
Correct. So what series will this become?
Telescopic series.
Correct.
Telescopic series.
So I can write my AI as 2 into 1 by I minus 1 by I plus 1. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now tell me, I will substitute the value of I as 1, then I as 2, so on till what value?
N.
N,
sir.
right? It is going till N. Correct. So it is 2 into 1 by 1 minus 1 by 2. Then we have 2 into 1 by 2 minus 1 by 3. So on. What will be my last value? 1 by N minus 1
1
by
by
N
N
plus
in
1.
N plus 1. Yes.
It is cancelling out in this direction. So my final sum, what will be my final sum?
Minus 1 by n plus 1.
1 by 1
2
minus 1 by
into
N plus 1.
N plus 1, right? And it is telling me that 100 times of Sn is equal to N. So it is asking me to find the value of N. Can we do this?
Yes.
It is
sir.
telling me that 100 times of Sn. So what is the 100 times of Sn? What is 100 times of Sn? It is 200 into 1 minus 1 by N plus 1, right?
Yes, sir.
And its value is equal to N. So can you
N.
tell me what is the value of N? Can we solve for the value of N?
Sir,
Hmm?
here 100 is multiplied by Sn.
Hmm? Hmm?
Nothing. Yeah.
बोलो.
Understood, sir. समझ आ गया.
अच्छा, ठीक है. Okay. It is correct, no? It is
हाँ, sir.
correct. So can we solve the value of N? Can we solve for the value of N?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I guess we should do it then. So it is 200 into N plus 1 minus 1. So
Sir,
it will
N
be N
is
by N
equal
plus.
to.
N is equal to 199.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about this one? This one seems little bit tough, but actually is not. So if you look at the numerator is 1 cube plus
Sum
2
of
cube,
cubes.
so on till I cube. Correct. What
Yes,
about the
sir.
denominator? The denominator is a little
Sum
bit tough.
of
Sum
odd
of
numbers.
AP, sir.
correct. Sum of AP.
AP.
Correct. So what is that AP? The AP is 1, 3, 5, so on up to I terms, right? Up to I
Yes,
terms.
sir.
So can you tell me what is the formula for sum of n terms of AP? Sum of n terms of AP.
2n plus 1.
What?
2n
Hey,
10 by
no,
2
no.
into 2a plus n minus 1
Correct.
into d.
Correct. Absolutely correct. It is the sum of n terms of AP is n by 2 into
10 by 2
2a
into
plus n
2a
minus
plus.
1 into d,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So what will it be
Yes,
in
sir.
this case? So it will be n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. My d is also 2. So it will be equal to n square. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what will be the sum up to I terms? It will be I square. अगर n का n square है
Yes,
तो I का
sir.
I square होगा. So it will, my denominator will be I square. Now tell me, help me fast.
n square
Help me.
into
How will it be n square?
I square into I plus 1 whole square by 4i. 4i square.
तो I square ने I square को मार दिया. So it is I plus 1 whole square by 4. Right?
Yes,
I plus
sir.
1 whole square by
Yes.
4. So basically you need to calculate summation of I plus 1 whole square by 4 and tell me the value of from what range to what range is the value of I.
1 to 9.
1
1 to
to
9.
9,
9.
1 to 9. 1 to 9, absolutely correct. So how do we do this one? चलो यार, ये साथ में एक trick question भी आ गया. How do we solve this thing? We should open the brackets, right? I plus 1 whole square we should open. We should write it as I square plus 2I plus 1. Right? है ना विघ्नेश? ऐसे ही करेंगे ना? नवनीत, गायत्री,
सर
ऐसे
आई
ही
के
करेंगे ना?
प्लेस में 1
Sorry?
plus 9 डालेंगे सर. सर आई के
क्या
प्लेस
डालेंगे?
में
10 minus I.
1 plus 9. 1 plus
No,
9.
how will that help? How will that help? No. How will that, like, it will just convert. Okay, so you can try to do that. Instead of
Sir,
I,
1 by
if you
4
put,
common है लिख.
हाँ ठीक है, 1/4 कॉमन ले लिया. अब अब करोगे क्या?
Expand.
हाँ मतलब you will open I plus 1 square as I square plus 2I plus 1, right?
Yes, sir.
And then take out the sums of individual terms. That is what you will do? अरे नहीं, just think. That is why I had told you. See, it is 1 by 4 into, you put the value of I as 1, it is 2 square plus 3 square plus so on up to 10 square, right? What will you do now? Can you think now?
Yeah, sir.
Sum
हाँ, अब
of
बताओ
Sum of
विघ्नेश.
squares.
squares
So what we
minus.
can do, we can add 1 and subtract 1,
Yes, sir.
है ना? So अब कर लोगे ना कैलकुलेशन?
Sir.
We can do now. What is this 1 square plus 2 square till 10 square it is? So it will be
10 into
10 square
11
into
into
11 square
10
21
by
by
4.
6,
11 by
right?
21 by 6, sir.
6
Yes, sir.
minus
Yes,
1.
sir.
Minus 1 also we have. Fine. ऐसे करेंगे. समझ आया अब? वो नहीं,
Yes,
यार, why should we expand it? I am not sure why everyone of you told expand. We actually did not need to expand it. We could have just substituted the values of I, got the series, then add 1 and subtract 1. वो करोगे तो यार फिर तो बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा.
Why minus 1 added? I mean, why minus 1?
See, because the series was starting from 2 square. In
Yes,
order to
sir.
calculate the sum, I know the formula for sum of first n natural numbers. Okay. So in order to include the first n natural numbers, I need 1 also. I need the series to start from 1. So that is why first I started the series from 1 and then subtracted a 1 at last. That is why I did it. Yeah. Okay. Great. So this one, 1 cube minus 2 cube plus 3 cube minus 4 cube plus so on till 9 cube. अरे यार ये क्वेश्चन नहीं डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ. It is so easy that it can be done manually also. Like manually means like 1 cube is 1 minus 8 plus 27 minus 64 plus so on. Like if a person wants, he can do this calculations manually and get the answer. It was really simple question, right? Everyone? Okay, so
Yes, sir.
नहीं कर रहा मैं
yes,
इसको
sir.
डिस्कस. It was really too much easy. हाँ तो चलो इसका देखते हैं यार. Let A be the sum of the first 20 terms and B be the sum of the first 40 terms of the series. 1 square plus 2 into 2 square plus 3 square plus 2 into 4 square plus so on. Tell me. कैसे करेंगे? How would we do it? So see, it is 1 square plus 2 into 2 square plus 3 square plus 2 into 4 square plus 5 square plus 2 into 6 square and so on. So, like a very easy thing that I can think of is that I have two, like the even terms are coming in pairs. So why don't I just write this as 2 square plus 2 square, write this as 4 square plus 4 square, write this as 6 square plus 6 square. I can do this, right? Everyone? अरे यार पता नहीं कहाँ चले जाते हैं ये.
Yes, sir.
गायत्री, भावना, I am getting this
Yes,
even
sir.
even terms as 2. So I can just write it as 2 square plus 2 square, right? 2 times.
सर 2.2 नहीं है क्या वो?
Sorry, 2 pi.
No, sir.
नहीं, like नहीं pi तो नहीं, this is not pi.
2.2, 2.2,
नहीं
2.4.
2.2 नहीं है. नहीं 2 into है. 2 into 2 square.
Okay, sir.
हाँ, बताओ.
Yes, sir.
So we can do
We
this.
can
So
write.
if I ask
Yes.
you, so if I'm asking you the sum of the first 20 terms, sum of the first 20 terms. So it is basically 1 square plus 2 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square plus 4 square, so on. Till when will this series go?
Sir,
हाँ, बोलो.
yeah, sir. 2 square plus 2 square क्यों लिए मैंने समझ में नहीं आया.
Like it is 2 into 2 square, na? I will tell you the reason why I have splitted it into 2. Because if it was this way, you could not have taken the sum. Now it will be easier to take the sum. I will show you how. Okay. So can you just tell
10
me what will
square
be the
plus
अरे
10
n
square
नहीं लेना है 20 लेना है. I have to take the
10
sum of
square.
20 terms. 20.
10 square
So
plus last one.
हाँ बोलो n, like why is it coming in terms of
10
n?
square,
Like
10. 10
अच्छा
square.
10 square. Okay. ठीक है मतलब 10 square
10
plus 10
square
square.
plus
10 square, right? This is what you're trying to say. And what will be the term immediately preceding it? It will be plus 9 square, right?
yes sir.
Okay. So this is the sum of the first 1, 2, 3, 4. No. It is wrong.
So they said sum of first 20 terms, no, sir.
I am asking you the sum of first 20 terms. Yes. So see, the first term is 1 square. The second term is 2 into 2 square. Third term is 3 square. Fourth term is 2 into 4 square. So can you tell me what will be the 19th and the 20th term? The 19th term will be 19 square. And the 20th term
Yes
will be
sir.
20 square plus 20 square. Okay. Right, everyone?
Yes sir.
Okay. So now what I will do, I will take 1 square. Then from this 2 square plus 2 square, I will just take 1 2 square. Okay. So it is basically 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square, so on up to 20 square. And then the ones I am left with. So it will be 2 square plus 4 square plus 6 square, so on till 20 square. Okay. Correct? Everyone got this?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Huh. So what is this thing? The first is very easy, right? The first one is really easy to calculate.
Sum of
Sum of
squares of
squares.
first 20 terms.
Of 20. What about the second one? The second one is also really easy if you just think clearly. You just need to think a little bit.
N minus 1.
It is not n minus 1. Can you just think, can you just, first of all, it is 2 square, 4 square, 6 square. So what is the nth term of this series? Nth term. See, I am
2n
giving you a
square.
series,
2n square.
2n whole square, right? 2n whole square.
Yes sir.
So it is basically 4n square.
क्या नंबर है मेरे?
है ना? 4i square.
हाँ, ये फोन लगाया था।
Correct, everyone?
मेल के
It will be 4i square, right? This thing. Okay, so I will just show it how it is working. So I ask you to take 4 common from this bracket. Okay, so I have a bracket 2 square plus 4 square plus 6 square plus 8 square, so on. Okay, so I'm asking you to take 2 square common from this bracket. Okay, 2 square common. So this will become 2 by 2 whole square. This will become 4 by 2 whole square. This will become 6 by 2 whole square. This will become 8 by 2 whole square. This will become 20 by 2 whole square. So it is basically 4 into 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square, so on up to 10 square. Okay, everyone?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
This is what it becomes. So this is my value of A now.
4
And
eyes.
same way you can find the value of B also. And then
Okay,
you need to
sir.
calculate B minus 2A. Will you be able to do it?
Yes,
We will
sir.
be discussing it tomorrow. We'll be discussing it tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
not an issue. Okay, so same about this one. So 1 minus 2 square into 1 plus 1 minus 4 square into 3. This 1 minus 2 square into 1 plus 1 minus 4 square into 3 plus 1 minus 6 square into 5 plus 1 minus,
सर 1 भी है ना सर पहले.
हाँ तो वो that one is just like it doesn't hold any value. Okay, we can check it if you wish to. Okay. So can you just tell me what will be the next term in this series? Fine. Can
1
you tell me
minus
anyone?
8
Huh?
square into 7.
2,
Correct.
7.
7, correct.
6.
And what will be the preceding term? Like the term before 1 minus 2 square into 1. What will be the preceding term? It will be 1
1
minus.
minus 0 square into
No, it will be
0.
1 minus. Acha, हाँ, correct. 1 minus 0 square into 0.
0 square into
0, correct. 1 minus 0 square into
0 कैसे होगा सर?
0 होगा ना? Like it is
1
increasing,
minus
like
0 square into
0 only, correct. It is correct.
0.
No, it will be minus 1. Like 0 square multiplied
yes
by
sir,
minus 1.
minus 1. Voice.
Correct. Fine, everyone.
Yes
Everyone.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So I am asking you to
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
find out its ith term. What will be its ith term? So first of all, you can see it will be 1 minus, right?
1
1 minus
minus
something. हाँ, अब बताओ. Now it is difficult. Little bit difficult. So
5
there are two
minus
series
1
that you
whole
need to
square.
calculate.
1 minus 5
No.
minus 1 whole square.
No, see, there are two series. One series is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. One series is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, like that. The other series is minus 1, 1, 3, 5, 7, like that. So can you calculate the ith term of both the series? What is the ith term of 0, 2, 4, 6, 8? Anyone? Ith term
Sir,
of this
2
series?
I. 2
4
I.
I.
2i.
2 I,
2i.
Are you
sir.
sure it is 2i? No, it is not 2i.
Sir,
It
I
is 2i
is
minus 2.
0. Sir, I is from 0.
Although the first term is I is equal to 1, not I is equal to 0. There is no term that starts with I is equal to 0. Okay, so it will be 2i minus 2. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and what is the ith term of this series? It will be 2i minus 3. Fine.
H.
Fine. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So it will be 2i minus 2 whole square multiplied by 2i minus 3. So now can you take the sum of this thing?
Yes, sir.
You will be able to take the sum? Okay, great. So, okay, I hope you will be able to do the calculation part of every question. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
अरे
Ma'am,
अरे
Thank you,
class
सर
is
sir.
over.
अरे कहाँ गए सर आप?
Yes, thank you, sir.
अरे कहाँ
Charan,
गया
what
क्लास में?
happened?
समझ में नहीं आया मैडम.
क्या समझ में नहीं आया?
अभी के
What
रिसेंटली का
happened?
What?
Ask your doubt.
हाँ सर बोलिए.
हाँ, ask your doubt. Whatever doubt you have, ask it.
Arun, please tell me what is your doubt? Sir, he went from the meeting. He left the meeting.
Okay. ठीक
Sir,
है.
I
Okay.
think he will be messaging the group.
Yeah, he can message to the WhatsApp number, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. धन्यवाद.
Charan,
Yes,
how was
students.
your score in yesterday's test?
Sir, we are not in yesterday's class. Sorry.
I'm asking how was your performance in yesterday's test?
Sir.
Yesterday test.
Test.
Sir,
Yesterday you took the test ना?
we didn't do yesterday's.
अच्छा क्यों? बिजी थे?
हम जरा बिजी थे यार.
हाँ भाई बहुत बिजी रहते हो यार तुम तो.
हाँ नहीं
और-
सर, घर में जरा प्रॉब्लम्स.
अच्छा
Girlfriend के साथ.
सही है. हाँ, जैसी तुम्हारी हरकतें लगता तो नहीं है कि गर्लफ्रेंड होगी तुम्हारी.
ये गलत बात है सर. ये बात आप नहीं करना. नहीं सर, गलत.
ठीक है, चलो
गलत
कल
है.
मिलते हैं. ओके.
सर कल तेलंगाना बंद है कहते सर.
कल चलेंगे.
If there's a
अच्छा?
Telangana band, we don't have any problem for the online class, children. Right? And if you have any issues at
Mobile
your home,
Madam, no ma'am, we are thinking just you will give 1 day leave for tomorrow.
we have
Just
given
we
you
are
on
think-
Sunday, right? We have given you on
Okay.
Sunday. This is not
Okay,
the
ma'am.
normal classes. These are IIT classes. Okay?
Okay ma'am, no problem, no mention. Thank you.
till your JEE Advanced 2026, not a single day is your holiday.
Thank you,
Not a
sir.
single
धन्यवाद.
day, not a single hour. You can leave
Sir,
if you wish to.
टॉर्चर
I'm
करो
not
पर
talking to you.
उतना भी नहीं, जरा सा.
I am not talking to you. I am not talking to you. I am talking to the other students. Okay?
धन्यवाद sir, we are leaving the class. धन्यवाद please.
Okay, sure, you can, as per your wish. So, Bhavna, Vignesh, whoever is present in the class, Bhavna, Gayatri, Sravani, Ashrita, just wanted to let you all know that, see, it's time to get serious, okay? And just make sure this in mind that till your JEE Advanced 2026 has happened, not a single day is your holiday. Not a single hour of your life is an hour to waste. Okay?
Okay, sir.
That is how you will.
Yes,
That is
sir.
how you will reach your goal.
Okay,
That is
sir.
how we
Next
reached
time.
our goal, and that is how you will reach yours. Okay, so I don't want any of these things. Okay, chill वैसे यार, मतलब I am young, so it works for me because like we deal with such type of people every day, so we know how to tackle. So I just give you one small thing to work out in life. Like one important message. You know, there is a book. There is a small. Ma'am, have you stopped the recording? Chandrika ma'am, stop the recording.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, students, you
So
can join the next session. Yes, sir.
yeah. Okay, so matlab, I was just trying to tell you that don't mind everything that like the moment you click the leave button, nothing except whatever you have learned in the class should go with you. Okay, the jokes, everything, the jokes that you make here, the time pass that you do here, the offensive words that we converse, that we may converse with each other, that should leave you should leave it here. Here it is. Only the education should go with you once you leave the meeting. That is what I wanted to say. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.